this is pretty satisfying. Hello and good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today I am organizing and decluttering not all of the drawers, but some of them. I just have been on like a spring cleaning mode. I don't know, I just have been organizing and decluttering like most of the storages and drawers in the house, and right now I only have the kitchen left, and I have been putting it off because I've had other projects outside that you've seen, but also because I just feel like it's a lot to tackle. But no more procrastinating, and today we're getting it done. I just got myself some flowers for this Easter weekend, celebrating spring, although it's like not very spring-like weather outside. But it's perfect weather to be inside and do projects like these. So I bought a few things that will help me organize, and it's just like containers, dividers, inserts, and like boxes to, yeah, keep everything organized. So I'm going to start off with this kitchen island right here. It's the most chaotic. Here begins the mess. So here I have a random, really full drawer. I don't have space for anything in there. And here is my like baking pantry, super unorganized and messy. Here is an overfull drawer with random things like mixers, like grill utensils. It just doesn't really belong together. Here is a super messy drawer with cooking utensils and spices. Here is another pantry, like the snack and breakfast pantry. Another pantry, like dry goods, pasta, rice, things like that. That definitely can be organized better. So that's what I'm prioritizing today. So what I always start off by doing is emptying the drawers, cleaning it, and then putting the inserts and whatnot, and then putting everything in again. So I have these for the pantry drawers, and then this insert for this drawer. So I'm going to start with the pantry drawers first. I actually have ordered a mic that I thought would fit perfectly into these kind of videos, where I'm not that close to the camera all the time, or if I'm outside. And it's at the post office. I just have to go get it. I just didn't have time this weekend, so maybe I'll do it today or tomorrow, but I hope that the sound is okay. I really wanted to have the mic for this video, but yeah, I hope it's okay. So here I have all the containers, and I will also have a plastic bag here ready, because I'm sure some things will be old or like out of date. don't really have a plan. I just go by feeling. I try out different variations, and I was going to get containers for flour, like putting it in like a nice container and stuff like that, but honestly I feel like it takes more space, and in the end of the day it's plastic. I don't wanna like buy more plastic than I need, and also it's more work because I have to transfer a product into a container. It just doesn't make sense to me. So this is out of date, unfortunately. 2020. It's not that old, it's 2023. Yeah, it's like a year ago. I'm sure it's fine, actually. You know, dry goods can be used for a very long time. I really want to have stuff that I use in my pantry, so I'm gonna throw it away. I won't miss it. So here I basically have all my flour. I have normal white wheat, I have rye, and my cornstarch. These are really handy, these packages. They're already packaged nicely and neat, so I don't need like a storage box for that. So the things that I use the most will go further to this side, where I do my most cooking over here at the stove. And again, I'm gonna test it out, like putting things down, moving it around. I think I'm gonna keep all my sugars here. I mean, it doesn't have to make sense. As long as I know where things are and it makes sense to me, then I'm happy with it. So I'm just gonna put everything down the way my gut tells me to. So this is kind of broken and it just leaks powder everywhere. It smells good, but it's annoying. So I'm gonna have to pour it in a container. Right what it is on here. Along with the best before date. It's actually going out in a couple of days, but this is also one of those products that lasts forever. So that was actually all of the baking goods that we have. I think that I'm going to keep nuts and things in here that I keep in another drawer. Let's just take out all of the nuts that I will be keeping in the other drawer. And then we have this. So I think that's it for this drawer. Clean out and organize. This is the messiest drawer because we use this multiple times a day. So again, I'm just gonna put everything on the counter. I don't know the best way to get this liner out of here. So here are all our snacks. We are really, or I am really into these flavored dates. A bit of a healthier option, and also like dried fruit, like these mango slices are so good. We have some popcorn, we have some bars. So let's just start putting things in here. We have oatmeal. I do make my own food for my baby, but we bought this on our way home last night because he was hungry, so now I have them. I'm gonna put them in here. And then here I have some muesli. I'm going to use this just to keep my snacks organized. There we go. Here we have some oboi. I don't know if you have oboi where you live, but it's basically chocolate powder that you mix with milk. And I am going to actually keep it in this clear box because I always forget what's in here. We usually have some granola, we have bread, granola, bread, cereal, things like that will be put here. And this is actually some more oboi that I can fill up this jar with. I feel like these are already in such a nice package. It's resealable and it can stand up, so I'm gonna keep it in there. Also here, psyllium seeds in a perfect box. This was sort of flimsy and yeah, so I've put it in here. And these are actually out of date, so I'm gonna have to use them very soon. Maybe I'll make a muesli or granola this weekend. So yeah, there is still some space here for some grocery shopping. Otherwise, I feel really pleased with the result. So let's get into the next drawer. And the last pantry drawer we have here. And this is going to be easy to organize because it's all in boxes already. But let's get everything out. I had a little banana break. But here I'll put my pasta. That's what we use the most. Here we have other grains like rice, couscous, and things like that. Here we have all of our crushed tomatoes. And of course, these are reusable, these plastic containers. I can refill this with something else whenever I'm out of red lentils. I just find this brand making the worst kind of packaging. Oh. I mean, going through my pantry like this, I get really inspired, what do I need to cook, and yeah, what needs to be used up. So for example, I'd love to make a lasagna someday now. Here I have 2 opened tandoori chicken seasoning. condense into one. I'm going to keep my spices in here. Have some tikka masala, fajitas, marinades. Just a bunch of spices that are in these like bags. I like to keep them in here. And here I have some egg noodles I'm gonna put in here too. I can keep this in here, just like this. It's easy to remove and take out. So I have this extra package, but I think I'm just gonna open it up and put it in here. I just really had to think about like what to keep in here and how to organize this the best way. So we have like grill things, schnapps songs for if you have like a crayfish party and things like this. I actually now thought that this would be a perfect drawer for our grill things. See, you can come up with new ideas while organizing. I ended up pouring the sugar in a container like this. And here are all the trash bags. Crazy how much trash you collect. I am now done with the island. So here's the utensil drawer. A pantry with snacks and breakfast. Grains, pastas, dry goods and canned goods. Here ended up being like the grill, like summer party drawer. And then here, baking goods. Here are some random stuff. So yeah, that concludes the island. And I bought these to keep in the fridge because when I do my summer harvest, when I harvest all my vegetables, I like to put them in my fridge. Did I say freezer? But I'm gonna keep them down here, so they will go right in here, easy to pull out. The last thing I want to do is to organize my spice drawer. Right now I'm actually thinking I can keep all my utensils in here. So yeah, I think that's actually perfect to have the utensils in here. Naturally, I'm right-handed. I wanna go in here and pick them up. And this is gonna take some getting used to. But this is more like a perfect size for the utensils, and since I have a lot of spices, I need this double drawer. And I'm gonna test it out, see if I like it. If not, then I will change it. Maybe they don't fit in here, both of them. I mean, kind of. They will overlap a little bit, but that's fine. This is pretty satisfying. These I'm going to throw away. And these are the spices that I use like daily, some weekly, some monthly, but I try to organize like these. I use kind of every time I cook almost. And then here I have like some like Asian or Indonesian cooking. Here I have stuff that I don't really use that often, maybe monthly. And here I have all my dried herbs. Here I have stuff for like sweet baking, cinnamon, cardamom, etc. Here are my peppers, like black pepper, white pepper, lemon pepper. Yeah, so that's really nice. And then, yeah, I showed you the utensils. In here, I usually keep like bouillon cubes, salt, things like that. And I'm going to organize all of my like seeds, like fennel seeds, black peppercorns, mustard seeds. Yeah, like spices. And I knew that I would have like doubles of most of these things because I have kept it pretty unorganized, and that's what happens. You can't find what you're looking for and you think it's out, and then you buy some more. I'll just put it in here like that. Like here I have 2 mustard seeds. Here I have 2 black peppercorns. This is actually old. Here I keep my bouillon cubes, and I think I'm just gonna keep them in here because I think that works pretty well. And what I'll do with these that I have collected over the years. Here I have some dried rosemary, and since my is almost empty, I'm actually going to fill these up in this glass jar. And just like that, I have refilled my rosemary. I'm gonna do the same with my chili flakes, because that I have a lot of. These are just these kind of things that you, it's like so easy and it goes so fast, but you just put off doing these things, and then you keep all these small plastic bags, and then you don't use them and you continue to buy new jars, and yeah. So now I'm finally taking care of this. So here's what I did. There's some salts. And of course the spice jar I already showed you. And honestly, I think I could just go on and on and on. I have a couple of cabinets and jars that could be organized. I know for a fact that I'm going to take care of a cabinet with all my like cans and things like that. Right now we're not really getting into that cabinet, so it's not a priority, but this fall I will be doing a lot of canning and stuff. That's when I will be organizing that cabinet when we go ahead and do my pantry. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I really hope you enjoyed. Get some motivation maybe to organize your kitchen. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day.